I used to wake up every morning already exhausted, not because I worked too hard, because I knew exactly where the day was going, same commute, same desk, same number on my paycheck, and I kept thinking, is this actually it? In 2023, I made a decision that changed everything. I stopped trading my time for money, and I want to show you exactly how I did it, because the window to do this is still open, but it is closing faster than you think. Here is the first thing nobody tells you about money. Your salary is designed to keep you dependent, not rich, not free, just dependent enough to come back. Think about it. If you got truly wealthy at your job, why would you ever show up again? They give you just enough to stay, never enough to leave. I call this the comfort cage, and most people live inside it their entire lives. The cage feels safe. It has a steady paycheck. It has health insurance. It has a retirement plan. But here is what the cage actually costs you. 40 hours a week times 50 weeks a year. That is 2,000 hours of your life every single year in exchange for a number someone else decided you are worth. When I realized that I physically could not unsee it, so I started asking a different question. Not, how do I earn more at my job, but what would make money without me showing up? That question changed everything, and here is where it led. Chapter 1. What assets actually are, and why nobody taught you. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket, whether you work that day or not, a rental property, a digital product, a portfolio, a business. These are not rich people things, they are rich people priorities. The average millionaire has 7 income streams, not because they are smarter, because they started building earlier, and here is the part that will make you uncomfortable. You already have something worth monetizing right now. A skill, a knowledge base, an audience, a network. You just never looked at it like an asset before. I will show you exactly what mine was in a minute, but first, why do most people never start? Chapter 2. The real reason is not laziness, it is not time, it is that starting feels too small to matter. I made $47 my first month building outside my salary. $47, I almost quit right there. But that $47 taught me something a salary never could. It taught me the system worked. I just needed to scale it. Month 2, $340. Month 6, $2,100. Month 14, $4,300 without a single extra hour of work. The math of compounding is not sexy at the start, but it becomes violent later in the best possible way. So what was the actual thing I built? Chapter 3. I turned one skill I already had into a digital product, something I could sell once and deliver 10,000 times. No inventory, no staff, no office, no commute, just a problem I knew how to solve. Packaged and priced. Here is the framework I used. Write this down. Step 1. Identify the one thing people ask you about, not what you think is impressive, what they actually ask. Step 2. Package the answer into something they can consume alone. A PDF, a course, a template, a guide, anything concrete. Step 3. Price it at what solving the problem is worth, not what feels comfortable to charge, what the solution is worth. I underpriced by 60% my first year because I was scared. That fear cost me more than I want to calculate. But here is what I want you to understand about Chapter 4. Building this did not require quitting my job first. I built it in the hours I used to waste scrolling, 2 hours a night, 1 weekend day. That is it. Most people say they do not have time, but they have 4 hours of screen time daily according to their phone. Time is not the problem. Priority is, and I am not judging. I was the same person, The shift happened when I got specific about the cost of waiting. Every month I delayed was a month of compounding. I lost forever. That is not motivation talk. That is just math. Now let us talk about the thing people get most wrong. Chapter 5. They think the goal is to get rich. The goal is not to get rich. The goal is to get free. Rich without freedom is just a more expensive cage. Freedom means waking up and choosing how the day goes. Not your boss, not a commute, not a meeting that could have been an email. The number that buys freedom is smaller than you think. For most people, it is between $3,000 and $5,000 a month. That is not a yacht. That is options. That is the real target. I hit that number without ever going viral, without an audience, without investors, without quitting. Before I had a safety net, I want to show you exactly what that path looked like, but before I do, here is the most important chapter, Chapter 6. The window I am talking about is real, and it has a timer. AI is eliminating the jobs that people plan to do forever, not factory jobs, writing jobs, accounting jobs, marketing jobs. The skill premium is shifting toward people who own things, not toward people who are good at tasks someone else defined. In 2026, the question is no longer, are you good at your job? It is, what do you own that works when you do not? People who answer that question this year will look back in 5 years, and they will not be able to believe they almost did not start. Here is your one action before this video ends. Write down the one thing people ask you for help with most, not a business plan, not a product, just that one thing. That is your starting point. That is the asset waiting to be built. I did not have a roadmap. I had one skill and one decision, the decision to stop waiting until it felt like the right time. It never feels like the right time. That feeling does not go away. You just start anyway. And the clarity comes after, not before. The window is open. It will not stay that way. Start this week.